If I told you the whole truth, would you lie to me? If my heart is in your hands, will I die? If your mama and your daddy don't like me, would you stay in my corner? Will I cry? Would you stay in my corner when I fight? Would you love me? This girl messed up my whole flow.
Sorry.
Do you believe in life after love? Cause I be thinking we both had enough.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the answer. I won't ask.
Yeah! High five! Holy, Chris Brown, hire us.
Please.
Anything. Singing, dancing, whatever you want.
Whatever you want. Ad-libs?
Ad-libs, hold the microphone.
A lot. Just stand there. Like
brush your hair.
Like big cheese in. Like, what do you want?
What do you want?
Hire me.
Hire me.
Like,
we are back, baby.
Hey.
With another episode.
What it is.
I gotta get my phone.
What's up?
It's a song.
It's a Vine video, and she's like, what it is. What's up? Got your, and then there's a song.
Yeah,
what it is. What's up? And you know what I'm trying to say. Anyways.
All right, friends.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey, what's going on, world? It's your girl Shy, and welcome back to the CheyTea podcast.
Period.
Outside.
And at a y'all damn what?
Outside. Who's that?
How y'all doing tonight?
How we doing?
You know the vibes.
You know the vibes.
You already know. We just gonna get it out and over with. Like, comment, subscribe on the use of the tubes. We got the Spotify and Apple Podcast.
Yes, keep downloading our episode.
Keep downloading the episodes. Let me do my thing, yes, please.
I was just emphasizing. Go ahead.
I was doing that.
Okay, go ahead.
Please, on tongues, download the people in the episode. All right. Keep downloading them, all of them. Listen back again, and then come around and listen again. And then follow us on TikTok and Instagram at CheyTea Podcast. CheyTea Podcast, all about the place, you know? Outside. Booked and busy.
Outside.
Money soon reach.
Yes, booked and busy. Yes. And
blessings
you know what?
Are here.
The blessings are here, and I want to give myself a high five. Come. Yep. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm really out here. Like,
outside.
I'm really out here. I've been working really hard, and I've been getting a lot of opportunities coming my way, and I don't give myself enough credit, and I don't big up myself.
I big you up too much.
Mm-hmm. And I stay humble, and it's not like you're not supposed to stay humble, but like I can brag a little bit.
You can.
I can brag just a little bit.
You should.
You know what I'm saying?
But like that's what you're supposed to do, because that's the point of accomplishments, is to brag about them,
right?
And bragging in the sense of, yo, big up me, you know.
You know, just motivated myself. Shout out to because God got me, okay?
All the time.
God got
all the time.
Me. Listen,
God is good.
God is good every day, every hour, every minute, every second.
Yeah.
Amen.
So all that, you gotta big yourself up, yo.
Hallelujah. Yeah, no, honestly, I was able to, for like the last 2 weeks, I was able to gain opportunities and book. And it's all from relationships that have been building for years now. And it's about the loyalty. And I was able to do a music video for Yuwana and Deep Jandu. And that's going to drop soon. That single drops September 2nd, if I believe. So I can't wait for that. Yeah, like I don't give myself that, you know, because I just feel like I'm so humble that like I'll do things, and I'm just quiet about it. But like I'm really out here. Trying to make myself aware of my circumstances, but making the best out of them. And that, you know, in that sense, I make my own lane. Like I'm really out here.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I'm in my own lane. I'm minding my business. I'm drinking my water. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I'm putting money in my pocket. I'm putting money in Dancer's pocket.
I'm putting money in your pocket.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a decent amount of money, you know, a decent amount of money.
Change.
The girls are out here giving and gigging, okay?
Not the girls are gigging. Come on.
Gigging. We are booking. And I'm just blessed. And I just, you know, I need to give myself that braggadocious moment. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, God got me. God been gotten me, but you know, God got me now. You know what I'm saying?
Like
so
he got you.
He got me.
Got you.
So I'm out here, and you know, just big up to all the dancers that work with me and trust
me.
And you know,
and
respect
if I've ever
me.
introduced you to my sister, you're welcome.
Shut up, Aaliyah.
I'm just saying, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Give
you know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I was saying, shout out to the dancers who respect me, who tag me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's important. What you're supposed to do.
Yeah, like let me talk about this for a second. I just want to know. I just want to know, right? When somebody gives you an opportunity for something, right? And like that's the reason why you are in that said function, whatever it is that you're in, booking, whatever it is. Don't you think that if you're gonna thank everybody who was a part of it, you should probably do the same to the person who got you to stand beside said people you're thanking? I don't understand. Like, why is the math not mathing? Like, it just irritates me. Like, if we're just gonna use Shan example. If Miss Shantae here, like Chris Brown, we're gonna use that an example because we're here.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, Shantae, somebody from his team says, "Hey, A, B, C, D, E, F, G," and I'm standing beside Chris Brown, and I'm like, "Thank you so much for this opportunity. Greatly appreciated. Shout out to my big dancer, Angelica, who's standing beside me, who got to share the stage with this moment with me." Period. Closed caption.
Shout out to Chris Brown.
Shout out to Chris Brown.
Can't wait to work with you again.
To work with you again, and then crickets. So where's the person that got me this opportunity? And like, it's just the smallest thing. Just a thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, don't thank me privately but can't thank me publicly. That's wild.
One more time.
Don't thank me privately and can't thank me publicly.
Thank you so much. Wild. Like, thank you so much. Wild. It's just very simple math.
You know what it is? It's just like this. It's because people just don't hold everybody to the same magnitude. Every job is the same. I know that. But every job is the same is the same equal or it's on the same spectrum when it comes to the opportunity.
Regardless of the job, you should be putting in 110% effort because somebody hired you.
It's not even just about that. It's just about treat every job the same because you're getting money.
110% effort. You should be treating everything the same.
It includes the tag on the Instagram. Because the same energy you have for another choreographer, the same energy you should have for me.
But if you can tag and thank everybody else, why would you miss out on the choreographer?
Because you want to know what it is? Like, because people don't know how to separate the peer from the choreographer. Because just because I've danced with you or just because I've booked with you on a gig and we were equal doesn't mean that we're equal right now when it comes to the fact that I hired you, I cast you, and I paid you.
I was just about to say that you're not an equal in that situation.
We're not the equal. Like, we're not. Now. You are my dancer. I hired you.
I booked
you. So you need to show the same respect for me in this position as you would if I was dancing beside you.
Exactly.
You can't just pick and choose. And that's the problem with some people in this city. Like, everybody's an opportunist and figuring out ways to come up and put themselves out there, but they're stepping on the people who help them get there. You can't do that.
No.
You can't do it. I don't care. I don't care at all. I don't care what the situation is. I don't care how small, how big, how little the artist is or the opportunity was. If it's putting money in your pocket and it paid you, you need to respect the person who did that and show gratitude.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah, but you're both a dancer and a choreographer. So does that mean you're going to look at another choreographer and say, well, I'm a choreographer, so I don't have to respect you? Like, that's dumb. Like, that's really stupid.
And can you imagine if you went and booked somebody and hired them and they thanked the artist that you booked them for and casted them for and they didn't thank you?
And they didn't even know who the artist was before they got booked? Oh, now that's tea. That's tea. Okay. All right.
Period.
So we're just going to leave it at that, friends.
Leave it at that, friends.
We're just friendly reminder.
Tag your choreographer.
Tag the person who and or peoples who
the casting agency,
everybody.
The talent agency. Cast everybody who gave you that opportunity. Exactly. Show gratitude and remain humble.
But yeah, well, she's been living life. So have I. Yeah.
Argo season,
it's slowly coming to an end because, it's winter coming eventually. So, when the snow hits the ground, that means football season's over. But it's been good so far. We won our game last night, so you already know.
Woohoo!
Outside. Woo. Go team. Yeah. I love it here. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, no, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're out here, you're getting the recognition from Argos, and I appreciate that. Like, I appreciate the happiness that you're gaining from that. So, like, that's cool.
Thank you so much.
And just know, like, you still got to better your craft. You're still going to be out here, but you're still out here.
Doing a whole training program right now.
You're still out here. You're still out here.
So,
still outside.
Never stop learning, guys.
Never stop learning. Never stop learning. You are, you are never too old to learn, okay?
Never.
You learn something new every single day. Every day. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Just that.
So, we here.
And speaking of choreographers, I have to get into this just a little bit. Just a little bit. I won't talk too much.
Oh,
if I start talking a little bit too much, go like this. Okay?
No problem.
Just listen. As much as you tag your choreographer, we still like the dancers need a little bit of brush up with their etiquette, and choreographers need to brush up on their etiquette as well. Okay, so let's just start with the dancers first, because this is real short and simple and easy. When you are hired to do something, you're booked for a job, and you just take a detour or you decide to do whatever, you always need to make sure somebody knows where you are. This is for music videos. This is for movies where they have ADs. The ADs are getting you from your trailer. That's why, dancers are supposed to remain in their trailers, so that way they know where to find you. They know where you are and where dancers should be, where talent should be, where everybody should be.
There's a designated area.
There's a designated area where you need to be.
Yeah.
Whether it's big, small, little, medium, high, low, medium. Okay. So if you are hired to be somewhere, and you're hired through a certain time, whether it's running behind, whether it's not, you are visibly where you need to be, so that if you need to be found or if someone's looking for you,
you're called upon,
you can hear and see.
Yeah.
If I walk somewhere and I don't see the people that I hired or casted, it doesn't matter. Like it just goes back into the tag and what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Treat every job the same. It does not matter. You go somewhere, you need to tell somebody. I'm not giving you permission to leave, but you need to tell somebody.
Yeah, like I'm not telling you.
I can't tell you can't do something. You know what I'm saying? But you need to let me know. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm gonna go do this. I'll be right back. Hey, I just want to give you a heads up. I will be right back. Like, message, text, something. Don't feel like, oh well, we're just doing this and that's fine because it's just. It's not, it's never, it's just. Because it's just not just going in your pocket. That's that for that. Choreographers. Listen, I don't care how much money or no money you're putting in my pocket. When you start disrespecting me,
not just generally, when you start disrespecting like dancers,
it's a problem.
Yeah. It gets a little shaky.
More than a little. It's a lot.
A lot shaky. Yeah.
It's a tornado.
Yeah. It's not
okay. It's just, it'll never be okay.
Yeah.
It will never be okay for a choreographer to disrespect their dancers.
And there should be a point in time where we as dancers know the line between disrespect and you being like, this is what I need from you. This is what you need to be doing.
Yeah, there's a difference between disrespect and being firm.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was looking for, yeah.
And like being
like assertive and like
assertive with your words.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference. Like I can tell you, look, listen, you guys can't just go somewhere and not let me know where you are. Because you were expected to go and film 15 minutes ago and I didn't know where you guys were and I had to message you guys to ask where you were. So next time if you're going to do something, let me know so that I can at least let these people know and because you are my responsibility.
Yeah.
Comprende?
For these hours that you're here with
Comprende.
me. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to. All right, good, done. I can just throw that away.
Yeah.
You are not going to be like, yo, when I tell you guys to be somewhere, you're going to be somewhere. Act professional. When I tell you to do something, you do it.
Yeah.
That's when you start talking to me like that, I got to start looking around to see who you're talking to. Because it can't be me. It's like, where's Waldo? I'm looking around trying to see.
Yeah, that's disrespect.
That's disrespect. Yeah. And we all got to start holding ourselves accountable for what we are doing.
Yep.
The respect is there because we are standing there for free for you.
So we obviously respect you.
I will repeat that one more time. The respect is there because we are standing there for free for you. If I don't respect you, I'm not going to stand anywhere near you. I'm not going to talk to you.
Never mind for free.
Let alone for free. Not even a price could make me stand beside you.
If I don't respect you.
So this here that like some choreographers are trying to fight for respect, you're going about it the wrong way. You don't need to scream and yell and be disrespectful and hostile towards your dancers.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not how you do it. You use your words, you choose your words, and you talk to them in a tone, because at the end of the day, like, you're a human first.
Yeah, and if it happens and like you come and apologize, okay, fine.
For now, but even so, like, you don't let history repeat itself.
Take accountability for your actions.
Yeah,
and you don't let like, you repeat yourself. You know what I mean?
If, but the key word is
if,
yeah, and apologize.
Exactly.
Also now,
yeah, some people.
I don't have an apology.
Yeah.
And it's like the respect is already there because of the amount of times that dancers have done things for choreographers. Like, you can rely on us. We are professionals. Especially when you have a group of people who are professionals, who do this, who does this, who know what they're doing, who have been in this atmosphere before. You're not dealing with rookies here.
Yeah.
So why are you there screaming about respect?
And you're not giving it.
And you're not giving it. How do you expect to get respect if you're not going to give it? You can't yell and demand it and you're not going to give it and earn it at the same time.
Everything you give out is how you're going to receive it back. So if that's the energy that you're giving out, then that's exactly what you're going to
That's exactly what you're going to get back at the end of the day. There should be no reason why, as a grown woman, I'm getting yelled at. Like, it just suss up my whole mood. Like, I couldn't even think. I didn't even want to do anything.
It's just and like also like I remember those times and getting yelled at. It's not a nice feeling, like, to be getting yelled at for what.
Right, but we were also kids. You know what I mean? True. There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
A kid, it's like you know,
like timing and
and everything, and you can kind of understand in certain situations, not all
certain extent, you can draw the line.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But at my big age,
at my big Oman age,
yeah, no,
you should never think to raise your voice.
You should never have to do that though.
You should never feel like you have to do that.
Like big people, we shouldn't have to get there.
No.
To yell at other big people.
And if you feel like you're getting there and if you feel like you need to get there, then you need to sit back, reassess yourself, and ask yourself what it is that you're doing and what fight you are fighting.
And how exactly you want to approach the situation.
Like, that is what you need to do. Because there should be, like I said, there should be no reason why I'm looking around trying to figure out who the person is talking to. Because I know it's not me. It was so awkward. That's all I can say. Like, just don't do that. The respect is there. The time is there. The same time that I respect your time the same way you respect mine. If you don't respect my time the way I'm respecting yours, then there's going to be a conflict. That's that. Yeah. Anyways, enough of the dance world, because I can keep going and going and going for days. But everybody needs to fix up.
We all have some work to do in this dance world. There's a lot of things, do's and don'ts.
And unless we're gonna actually do something, I don't want to talk about it no more. I have no more tea to spill. I have no more things to talk about. There's no tea to spill. It needs to be action. Okay, do something now. Let's do something.
At this point, I'm coming like said, do whatever floats your boat, guys.
No. I don't want to hear no more. Do whatever floats your boat, because people are floating in the wrong boats now. Okay, no, it's not that. It's either fix up or shut up.
That too.
Anyways, done talk.
Not the done talk. Girl, bye.
Listen, let me ask you a question. Are women difficult? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why are we difficult? Give me like 2 reasons off the top of your head to why we're difficult. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Have to be like legit like reasons, or just anything that comes to my brain?
Anything that comes to your mind.
Like,
well, I would hope they're legit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
but anything,
instance,
like, what's the first 2 that comes to your mind?
Like when you ask what I want to eat, I never know.
Mm-hmm.
And like I make things more difficult than it needs to be, rather than thinking about someone just giving you a response.
Men do that too, though. But okay,
they do. But like I do it a lot. And what else? And then sometimes we'll come with the like, oh, nothing's wrong, and then come with the tutus. It's funny how.
Listen,
instead of just saying it and getting it over with, but like
first of all, you don't need to air me out like that. That's first of all.
Sorry,
I'm getting better at that though.
I know.
I am getting better at expressing, like, if something's wrong. I'm getting better at expressing.
Me, I'm the
feelings.
opposite. When something's bothering me and I don't talk to you, it's a problem. I stay silent. I'm not saying nothing to you. And then once I'm over it, I don't want you to talk to me. because I've already looked past it and I have nothing to say to you. So I'm the complete opposite, which is probably not better than holding it and then saying it's funny how, but I'm more so like, if you don't realize what you did, I'm not going to be the one to tell you. And then once I'm over it, I'm over it. So we don't need to discuss.
Do you feel like we complicate things?
Sometimes, depending on what the situation is. I think we can make it more complicated than it needs to be. Like I just said, like, it's how you address things. Like, I can easily fix the situation by saying why I'm mad or why you upset me or whatever you did was wrong, but I choose not to. So sometimes in that sense, staying silent makes it more complicated than it needs to be, because you can just say it and get it over with.
Well, yeah, I agree with that, but I think that we complicate things because we're so strong in our stance as women already that sometimes like we don't even realize that we're making things more complicated than they need to be.
Yeah, like we don't have to stand in such a strong stance. We can kind of just...
No, we can, but we just don't have to, like, we can budge.
That's what I mean.
Like, you know, like we can do things a little different. But I think because we're already in that space and we're already in that magnitude because of life itself and like society itself, we feel like we have to be there and stay there and be strong no matter what. And it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to make things less complicated. Like, we don't need to always plan so much ahead and like have everything so structured. Like, we can live a little, but at the same time, I say that and I think that, and then in the same moments, I find that if I live a little too much with the person that I'm with, or just a general thing, if we live a little too much, that's when like sometimes men can try to, I don't want to say manipulate, but just take advantage.
Not necessarily.
Some can, because they get comfortable with it.
True, but it all depends on the boundaries that you set and what you want out of certain things. So if it's something that you want out of a relationship, unless you set those boundaries and you say what it is and you say this is what I want, like, yeah, we're living, but you're always like, yeah, I want A, B, and C. It just all depends on how that person reacts to what you're saying and what you're doing.
Right, but that's the easy way, but we complicate things, right? So if I'm talking from a complicated perspective, if I'm coming from a perspective of someone who is complicated in a situation, it's because they're not so easygoing. It's not so black and white, because we feel like we have to be this way because of the stance that society puts us in. Because of that stance, I got to be complicated. I got to do this. And if I break off a little bit, like the saying says, you give somebody an inch, they go and take a mile. I find, not every situation, but I find sometimes if I let things slide for too long, not slide, but if I just wait until the person realizes whatever they're doing is not beneficial to us, to our relationship, to planning ahead, to, you know, buying a home, like something like that, like using that as an example, if I just let that person coast, then it's like things don't get done. And then that's where that women instinct that you have has to be alerted, and then you have to start like putting things back into order.
Yeah, but that's sometimes what you have to do, I think, because there's only so much you can do. You can't always just be like, well, we need to do this, and that. And they're just coasting, because sometimes you just have to coast. And if they don't get it, they don't get it. You can't, but they know that coasting is not going to last forever. If I'm telling you something like, Shan, it's garbage day today. It's garbage day today. You need to take out the garbage. You need to take out the garbage, and you're not doing it. I'm just going to let you just not do it, because I'm telling you what you need to do. I'm telling you we're coasting, we're chilling, and I'm telling you there's only so much you can do as a woman. So whether woman, man, vice versa, whatever the case may be, it's all how that person reacts to whatever situation that you're in, because you're doing your job by saying what it is.
Right. And then sometimes when you're saying what it is, but then the things don't get done. And
then when they don't get done, and then you see me cut, whose fault is that? Mine or yours? Because I said it.
Yeah, I think that, and that's where I think that's when sometimes your partner can realize, like, shoot, I took a mile. That's what I mean. Like,
yeah,
sometimes, that sometimes it could be too late. And then you have a woman now where that mind frame comes and be like, well, I was this way with this person, and this is where it got me. So I got to go back to this mentality and complicate situations even more now because of what happened to me before.
Not all women react like that, but yes.
Some.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say every woman does that,
Yeah.
because I'm just saying, as a, like, you know, that's usually what happens. Sometimes, not all the time. That's how I just feel like sometimes we can complicate things for no reason. We complicate things in friendships.
I think we just set too much of a time. Some of us set too much of like a time limit or timeline of when we want things to get done. I think that's when things tend to get complicated. And I think that's when you start doing that, especially in the early stages of whatever it is that you're in or whatever it is that you're doing, whether that's relationship, friendship, or personal goals. I think that's when things start to get a little bit cloudy, when you start doing things and then you don't reach it at the time frame that you set for yourself. And that's where some people, whatever your religious beliefs are, that's when some people are like, it's all in God's timing. But some people are like, well, what about my timing?
Okay.
And it's like, but
okay. Whew. You said some valid points there, but you talk so fast. Go back.
go back to which one?
When you were saying that, you know, when it comes to timing and putting so much time in on things.
Yeah.
Go back there.
When you set a time limit and you set a timeline of things and you don't reach that goal to that timeline that you set for it, you get upset. And I think that's when it starts to get complicated.
I think, okay, but I think there's certain things where we have to set time limits to,
Like
as
what?
women. Like having children.
I don't think you need to set a time limit for that anymore.
You don't?
I don't think so.
Why don't you think so?
I think that when you start to set a time limit for yourself to have children, that's when things start to get, I think that's when it complicates things. And I think that's when you start to worry. And that's when you start to freak out. And that's when people start saying, oh my God, well, I need to have a baby, this, that, and the third, I need to have this before then. And I just personally think that, again, it's back into God's timing. When God is meant for me to be a mom to somebody's picnic, that's what's going to happen.
But do you also not realize that as much as everything is God's timing, we also have biological clocks as women?
Yeah, but I've seen women have babies in their mid-30s.
Their first child?
Yeah.
How often do you see that?
Well, I don't know them personally, but not often.
How often do you see it? Like, how often do you see someone having their first child in their mid, like after 35?
I mean, a decent amount.
Okay. But have you ever like spoken to a doctor where a doctor says to you, like, if you want to have children, like, you have to respect your biological clock in your body? Because
You do have to respect your biological clock in your body, but I think when you start putting the pressure on that, that's when things start to get sticky. Because
I don't think you need to put a pressure on it, though. I think you just need to let it be known. Like, hey, as a man, hold on, because we have different opinions on this, and I like that.
Yeah.
But as a man, you know, men can just, they don't have to worry about those things. They can just boom, bam, not to worry, but like, they don't carry the child. Like, it does something different on a woman's body. And I have heard from women who have children that being pregnant in your 20s compared to being pregnant in your 30s is night and day.
Yeah, it's a different time because it's your body's different.
Right, and it's harder.
But everything is. But pregnancy is 20.
I didn't say that's not. I didn't say. Yeah, I didn't say it wasn't hard. I said it's harder.
Not necessarily. People can have terrible pregnancies in their 20s.
I didn't. Okay, I didn't. Yeah, but you're not hearing me.
I'm
not
hearing what you're
saying that it's not. I'm not. Okay, we're going a different way now. A girl had a kid when she was in her 20s. She's pregnant now in her 30s, and she was saying that a lot of men don't understand what and why women emphasize a biological clock in some circumstances, because I have been pregnant in my 20s, and a 20-year-old body is different from a woman's body in their 30s. So she's saying that in my 30s now is not the same like I was when I was 20. It's not the same like I can just carry my kid and I'm fine and I'm moving up and down. She's like, this pregnancy hit me harder than I expected. And then she's like, on top of that postpartum hit her like a ton of bricks. So she's saying that I think more men should respect that biological clock when it comes to a woman's body, because they need to understand the effects, the long-term effects that sometimes pregnancy can have and take toll on a woman.
Yeah, and then there's also women who want all of that at once. So they want pregnancy, ring, baby.
Right, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a biological clock. I'm talking about children.
But that still goes into biological clock, because what if somebody is...
What does marriage have to do with a biological clock?
Because some people want to get married before they have their first child. So if you're at a certain age and you haven't had your first kid yet, and you also want that and to get married, that is a biological clock. Because some people don't want to. Some people want to get married before they're 30. Some people don't want to get married in their mid 30s. It all like me. I'm almost 27, and I have neither. Personal goal.
A personal goal of yours.
Personal goal for me, and it's interfering with my biological clock.
There you go.
Now.
Then that's what you say.
There you go.
Because I'm looking at it as you're saying biological clock is marriage.
So no, it's my personal goal is interfering with your biological clock.
There you go. That makes sense.
Okay.
Like now I get what you're saying.
Glad we can agree.
Good. And that's I mean, people also say that too, like they want to get married, but don't you find that sometimes that's why women can rush marriage or want to rush marriage because they want to have children?
Very true. But that's why at this point I'm just here chilling. That's why I'm just going on God's timing at this point.
Okay. So sorry, not to cut you, but for someone like myself, I'm your sister.
Yeah.
You want to see me have children?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you look at me, you say, when are you gonna?
I'm not really asking you.
Okay, but you're asking him though, right?
Yeah.
So why are you asking him that?
Because I'm just wondering when, because you guys have been together for so long. That's more so why I'm asking.
Okay. All right.
Not necessarily your ages. It's just more so because you guys have been together for so long. So I was just wondering. And maybe just because I've seen people have children earlier on in their relationships. And again, I'm outside of the relationship. So obviously I don't know the ins and outs of the relationship. Okay. So obviously I'm just talking ish. But I'm just saying, just because I've seen it, this is what I see. Granted, kids are expensive. So I'm not saying go pop out 12 tomorrow.
Yo, life is expensive.
But life is expensive. Like, catering to myself.
We are expensive.
Is expensive. Me.
Breathing is expensive.
As soon as you step outside, $100 gone. Gone with the wind.
Facts.
So it's just like, it's nothing. And I just ask those questions just to be fast. But one day it'll happen.
Yeah.
And granted, at this point in my life, if God said the picnic's going to come first before the marriage, then that's what God
happens,
says.
Yeah.
Then that's what happens. That it's just coming, like I said, like us as females, we look at other people too much. Like for me, I see a lot of people that I went to school with having babies, married, and I'm looking around like, what is going on?
Pressure.
And it seems like it's pressure, but then I realize, but you're at a completely different stage in your life, Aaliyah. You're doing different things. Mm-hmm. So like, you can't be cheering out our girls with a belly. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so I have to remember where I'm at in my life.
Right.
So that's another thing. So I'm guilty of the whole biological clock thing too sometimes. Because I'll get in my head and be like, you seem way too comfortable with this.
Right.
And then I'll look around, open up Instagram, see girl that I went to elementary school with a picnic.
Yeah, but I think that is a complication that some men need to, or people just need to be a little bit more sensitive to. Yeah. Just because of that. Do.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
We have to go through a lot, and I obviously haven't experienced it, but the stories I've heard of postpartum, it's
crazy.
It's sad.
Yeah,
some of them
crazy.
Some of them are more severe than others but that just all depends on the person. But like just the simple fact of even getting a body back is probably one of the.
It's the hardest thing to, and like just feeling like your whole world, like your child or children is centered around your whole world. Literally. Like it's like you don't have yourself anymore.
Yeah, you have to now figure out, okay, how do I balance myself but also caring for this tiny human being that I have to raise, that I'm responsible for.
Right. And that's what I mean. So that's why it's like I can understand some complications or some people are doing things, but in a sense, you have to be strict with some stuff. Not strict, but you have to be firm. You have
to be firm and just know
what I'm saying?
Like that's why in early stages of dating or whatever the case may be, these conversations have to be had. It sounds scary, but you have to talk about those things.
You need to talk about children. You need to talk about marriage. You need to see where the other person's head is at. You don't want to be in a relationship with
somebody and they come tell you they don't want none of that.
And then what do you do? If you're with somebody and your goal is to have children and they say to you, I don't want to have kids.
What do? Obviously, don't talk about that like on the first date, but like
no, but like as as you get comfortable,
that's what I'm saying. As you get comfortable with somebody, those conversations need to be had.
It's important
because you don't want to waste 6 months, a year, 2 years with somebody to find out they don't want kids.
It's important
because then in 2 years you fall madly in love with that person, and you're looking around like, so you couldn't tell me this.
Right. So that's why like those important conversations need to happen. I can understand why sometimes we can complicate things with little things like, like, oh, I don't know what you want to eat.
But also
or
men
just
make things complicated too, I think, because there's so much with the whole easygoing thing. And it's like, yeah, we can cruise, but like, what's the end goal here? And I can definitely attest to that because I've been in way too many situationships. And it's like, okay, yeah, we're chilling, we're cruising.
But where are we
going?
Yeah.
On this cruise.
Yeah.
Because what I have to stop somewhere.
Yeah.
And I have to land.
And I
The
think
plane
it's,
happened on somewhere.
it's partially our fault as well because we
allow it.
We allow it. And because we allowed it for
Men
so long,
only gonna do what you
it's
allow.
like it's like, well, what's the problem? You were doing this 6 months
Yeah,
ago, so what's the
exactly.
difference now? And it's like, well, 6 months ago, I didn't think we were gonna be here 6 months later. So like, there's a difference.
It's literally that.
I thought at some point we were gonna reach our destination.
Same.
Why are we still driving?
The plane has to land.
Like, where are we going?
Where we ended up.
It's like we're just driving a big circle around and around and around and
You know,
around,
the
and we
plane
don't know
has
where
to
we're
detour
going.
before there's space on the landing strip. Like, that's what we're doing.
That's
here.
what we're doing.
I don't want to do that.
Your patience run out.
They run out and they run thin, and it's like I don't understand like why that sometimes to certain men is so hard to understand. And it's like, especially when you're so straightforward with the things that you want and what you want to do, why is it so difficult for you, the other person, to say this is what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it shouldn't be so hard, in my humble opinion, because when you know, you know. We shouldn't have to cruise for so long for you to figure it out, because you've been knowing. You just wanted to cruise, but just say that. Like, just say you're here for the cruise.
Just say you're here for a good time.
And not a long time.
Like, that's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's not.
And then we can be like, all right, peace, or we can be like, all right, we can cruise.
But you see, the problem now is that like, you cannot get upset at a man who told
No,
you
you
that,
can't.
expecting them to change because 6 months later you're doing
You
what
cannot.
they said.
No,
That
you cannot.
I'm here for a good time.
You cannot.
And then be like, okay, so
You
are you still
definitely
here
can't.
for a good time?
Yeah, you definitely
Like,
cannot.
You can remove yourself from a situation.
Yeah.
But don't continue to pick a fight about something where you know you're not going to leave.
And you know you're not going to win this fight.
Like, and you know nothing's going to change.
Exactly. And you're going to stay regardless.
One thing I can say that's like, for me, just me being that person who's done that before, the most complicated thing I've ever done was try to change a man.
Trying to change a man is not a thing. Because
It's no.
how you met them is definitely how they are.
No. Let me tell you something. You can see the potential and be blinded by the potential for so long, but that real nigga is standing
Never
right there.
believe a man who says you changed
He's right
me
there.
because you didn't.
He's right
You didn't
there.
change them. They changed themselves for you because they wanted you. You didn't
Right.
change no man.
Right. Right.
You did not change no man.
I just and like, you know, instead of changing, my word is compromising. But is it really compromising, or are you just getting your way?
Questions that need answers.
I stumped you there, didn't I?
Yeah, because I had this conversation before. It's not really compromising. It's either you agree to whatever it is or you don't.
Okay.
You can't really, like, how do you compromise with something that you're not comfortable with?
Well, can you find comfort? Like, okay, is it bad for you? Like, whatever you're
I
compromising?
feel like depending on what it is exactly, then that means you're down. So it's not really compromise because you're down to do it too.
Okay, so the definition of a compromise is an agreement or settlement of a dispute that is reached by each side making concessions, an ability to listen to two sides in a dispute and devise a compromise that is acceptable to both. So, for instance, I like chicken. You like steak. I don't see a problem with the steak, but I just like chicken. I prefer to eat chicken tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where's the compromise?
I didn't even know because both of us done damn pork.
Such an idiot. No, okay. So the compromise would, to me,
What
the
was the
compromise would
compromise?
be like this. All right. So since you like steak
So what
and
do
I
we
like
both
chicken,
like?
so let's figure out what we both like. What do you
Yeah.
both like to do? What we both eat?
Pasta.
Okay, so we'll eat pasta. But okay, so next week can we have chicken and you have steak? Even though
Are we buying it separately?
you're so stupid. But you know what I mean?
No, but like question. But it's
yeah,
facts.
okay. So
But that is a compromise.
it's a compromise. I buy you, you buy mine.
And then
We
who's
settle.
cooking it? Then who's cooking?
Shut up. Now you're going too far. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think that sometimes we're compromising, especially like you're coming to a settlement. It's not somebody getting their way. You're coming to a
you're
settlement.
both agreeing on something you both are comfortable with doing.
That at some point we're going to be comfortable doing together.
And it's going to benefit the both of us.
It's exactly. So
Hence why we're agreeing to do it.
you may not see it now, but I can find the comfort in what you're saying because A, I love you, B, I trust you, and C, I know that whatever we're compromising or whatever we're doing
somewhat like
doesn't
it.
hurt. Yeah, it won't hurt me, doesn't
Yeah.
hurt you.
Yeah.
And you're doing something that makes that you do, but I love you. So since I love you and it's not hurting you, why can't I try what you're doing?
And it might benefit you.
It'll benefit us. We meet in the middle. So I'm not necessarily getting my way. I'm just saying, okay, I can be patient with you taking your time, but can you see why this can maybe possibly work? So what can I do to compromise?
And then it's up to that person to see that. And if they can see it, then you guys are fine.
Right. And then I can say to you, okay, well, I like to do this. I like to do that. Okay, so how about 10% of this will go into, I'm just going to use investments and money, for example. I'm traditional. I like a bank account. I know crypto and all this stuff is out here. All the bots are there. All these girls coming to me saying, "Oh, do you want to trade with these people and do you want to make money from your phone?"
Money in this
all that stuff. But anyways, at the end of the day, I'm traditional. I like to put my money in a bank. I like to see what's there. My partner can like invest in and put in their money in investments and crypto and say, F the bank. I can say, okay, you see this way and how it's skyrocketing for you. I see how this is balancing for me. So how can we go in the middle? All right, let me invest in a little 1-2 because I see what it's doing for you. It's not hurting you. I don't really have the knowledge, but I can do a 1-2. And can you maybe put 5% or 10% of something in a bank account with me?
That, like, you invest your money, I keep my money in a bank, and then we put
something with our money.
Yeah.
So our money could be in an investment and in a percentage of the money that we invest in the crypto land or whatever
but your
can
money,
go into a bank account.
You invest that.
That's different.
No, but I'm just saying, but like that's where you figure it out.
Right, but we already have our own separate money and our own separate ways of doing things.
You live your.
So how do we come together with something?
I can invest in like a 1-2. Teach me.
Right, that's what I just said.
Because I'm not mad at the whole crypto, whatever the heck. I just don't get it.
Right, and that's my point. So it's something that's not hurting you. I just may not understand it, or I may not be used to it. But I see it's not hurting you. It won't hurt me, and you care about me, and I care about you, and we're not going to put ourselves in situations that whatever we're doing is not a norm to us is going to hurt us because we value each other. Then why can't we do?
You guys
both do something.
You invest in a property together, and that's where your money goes.
So we both do something that will
to you and him.
That will help the both of us. That's my point. So it's not necessarily me getting my way. It's finding the balance within the compromise for us to both do something that might not feel comfortable right away, but in the long term, it's going to benefit us. It's going to help us. And there will be growth within our established relationship. To me.
Yeah, everybody, however you got, whatever works for you. Things like that, like only work for people who are willing to put in that kind of effort and make those things work and make those things happen, because everybody's relationships is different. Some people might be investing together and that's what they like to do.
And then you can also, like, at the end of the day, if it benefits me and my partner,
it benefits me and my partner.
I don't really look at it as getting my way, or is it not the growth that is going to happen within my relationship with my partner?
If you guys agree on that, then it is what it is.
People will say it's settling. I don't think it's settling.
If you and your partner agreed to something, it's not settling. That's because you and your partner agreed.
Say that louder. I can't hear you. In my headphones. Sorry. I can't hear you.
If you and your partner agreed to something, that means you and your partner agreed to it. So you guys do that.
Yeah.
It's just, you have to talk.
You have to talk.
Have conversations.
Right. And everybody has to, like, that's what a relationship is. And it takes two. It can't just be, well, I'm used to this and you're used to this, so you're going to keep doing things your way, I keep doing things my way, and this is just how it's going to work. No, because at some point, that might work in the early stage of your relationship, but at some point now when you have to build and come together, whether it's children, whether it's marriage, whether it's a house, whether it's a mortgage, whether it's an investment property, whatever it is, it's the both of us that's coming together as one. We're a team. There's no I in team, right? So we can't both say, well, I do things this way and I do things this way. What do we do together? What does the team do together? You know what I'm saying? So that is where you have to start looking at that. You have to start looking at it in that perspective is what I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is just what's going to help it. And if we can't come to an agreement on something, then that is when there will be different flags to where you'll start being like, okay, you start questioning things. And I don't ever want to feel like I'm questioning something, you know? just see like different people around me who settle because of this or because of that. And I'm just like,
that's when you just kind of have to just figure out you. Just leave the people there. Let them figure it out. That's what I do.
so how do you change your actions? Like you don't have to get into it, but you were in a situation, you said, you know what, I'm tired of this, I'm gone. So what are you going to do different moving forward?
Not put up with what I did last time.
Right.
Remember how frustrated I got.
Right.
And it's just all up to me on how to make those decisions differently because I know what happened. I know what the outcome is. So it's like, are you going to have the same outcome and do it again? Or are you not going to have the same outcome and change it?
Facts.
It's just all about my behaviors and how I react to things.
It can be complicated at times, but it can also just be so simple.
The simple things are always the hardest, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. It is. The simple things like knowing when to move in with somebody, knowing when to get married, you know.
Because like some people are just nervous.
And I think now it's just different within like our age.
Like
group.
there's too many things and there's too many opinions. There's too much
social media.
Too much social media, bro.
Yeah.
Like too much. And it's just like at the end of the day, y'all just need to live out of this social media.
Too many relationship goals.
Too many relationship goals, too many this, that, and the third. Oh, well, this, that. No. Just do what you want. Do what you feel comfortable with. If you see somebody get married and they've known each other for 3 months, that's not your business.
That's not you can have reservations if it's somebody that's like your friend.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, I let my friends do what they got to do.
Do what they got to do.
I say, yo, if that's what you feel, then that's what you feel.
I'm going to still be your friend regardless, but that's what you feel.
I said that once.
No, depending on what it is. I should take that back. I'm going to be your friend. I'm going to be your friend to a certain extent. Depending on what it is that you're doing, what kind of dangers you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, then
what kind
sometimes you just got to be like, you know what? You're on your own.
But just for a general statement, I let my friends do what they want with their relationships because I am not in that relationship. So you do what you want to do.
At friendships,
if you ask my opinion, I will give you said opinion. But once I give said opinion and or said advice,
done.
Me done talk.
Yeah, and that's how sometimes what I said earlier, but I couldn't really like because we started talking deeper. But like how sometimes women can complicate friendships.
You can.
It's so easy
because you'll have friends who try to put themselves in your relationship. Like, ain't nobody asked you to be here.
Right.
Like
and then it's like, and then it's like when you ask for an opinion on something, you get upset when I give you my opinion.
Yeah, like don't get upset. You asked.
You asked me.
Answer your question.
You asked me my opinion on something. I answered your question. I told you my opinion, and you're mad.
So you never wanted my opinion to begin with.
So why'd you ask me?
But you wanted me to say what you wanted.
You wanted me to agree with you. You wanted me to be your yes person, but that's not who I am. I'm your friend.
It's not what we do. It's called logic.
And it's complicated. Like girls can like. They can complicate like, oh, well, I don't talk to this person, so you can't talk to this person, or this person did this to me, so why are you doing this? Sometimes you just hop in a beef and it has nothing to do with you. Like, it's just so many different things to, it's just like, yo, why? Like, do you even know why you're mad? Like, do you even know why you're upset? Do you even know why there is friction? Do you even know why there's silence between you and another person?
The question is there even friction?
Half of the time you're in friction by yourself. Just to clarify, but like when you start to like sit down and somebody says like, oh, like why don't you talk to so and so, I just don't talk to them.
That's literally my response for everything. Like I just don't talk.
I just have no idea.
There's no reason.
There's no other things. Other people could be like, well, I heard that she was like this before, and she was known for doing this, and she was known for doing that, and this is the reason why. Because the last time, well, she was friends with this person, and this person said this, and now,
and then that last time was like 5 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, you see how complicated that was compared to I just don't talk to so and so.
You could have just left it at that.
You could have left it at that, but you want to go complicate things. That is my issue.
Yeah.
Why are you complicating things so much?
You could have just left it at we just don't speak.
I just don't talk. People ask me what happened with so-and-so. I don't talk to her.
Leave it up to their imagination to make up a scenario, but I'm just giving you the response. I just don't talk to her. Why? We just don't speak.
We just don't speak. You want to know why? Trust me, I can show you why. But I'm going to just leave it at that because it's none of your business.
We don't need to get into that.
I don't need to tell you because at the end of the day, that person's not a part of my life anymore.
And we're just creating drama for no reason. If I don't talk to you and the person's not in my life, why am I opening up a chapter of my life that's now closed?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
And then especially like it's even worser. I know worser is not a word. Worser, when you've never had like anything with this person, and they're just hopping on a bandwagon because that's what they do.
That's what people do.
You're whack. Like, there's no other way I can put it. There's no other word for it. It's just you're whack. You're just mad at this person because everybody else is mad at them. So when everybody else starts loving them again, are you gonna come try and love them too?
Nah, keep that.
Nah, keep the same energy all year around, 365. Just keep it there. Don't come back.
Can we all, like, this is just random. Can we also talk about the fact that, like, that, like, men talk more than females?
Oh, well, yeah, duh.
But some people,
Duh.
like, and I mean that, like, so, like, I just have a question.
Men
So,
are
like,
chatty
when
patties.
somebody
Look at Irv Gotti. Chatty patty.
Who's that?
What? Irv Gotti, Murder Inc.?
Oh.
You didn't see when he was talking about Ashanti?
Yeah.
That's gross. But
see, I had no idea what his name was.
You see?
And I just,
But
I know,
you
and he
see?
was on the Drink Champs.
Yeah. But men do that every time. Yo, I can name like 5 right now.
Like, I just want to know, like, why did you have to give us that backstory? Like, nobody asked for that.
You don't know one that does the same thing?
Oh, girl, I know plenty.
But we definitely know one that does the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to, because you know what it is? They use that person's name to bring up a conversation so they have something to talk about because they like to feed off of that effery.
They just want to talk about that person, so they're waiting for someone to bring them up.
Bring it up.
And so they can talk about it.
Yeah.
That was Irv Gotti.
Literally.
He just waited for
Because,
someone to bring it up.
Nobody, like, we didn't ask for that story.
I didn't need to know how you found out and you just finished and you roll over. And like, what?
And that's how the song came about. Like, I didn't ask for all of that.
I didn't ask you. The girl just said she was happy. Leave her alone. Like,
I bring that up because I was just curious to know, like, when females, like, talk to more than one, like, male counterpart and they continue and, like, they're all in one big group. Like, don't you think, like, when you come to me and say, I'm talking to John Brown, then you come and tell me that I'm talking to Bob. Then you come and tell me that I'm talking to Samuel. And Samuel, John Brown, and Bob, they all know each other. Don't you think that they're all talking about you?
well, duh. Like, if you do that, you're an idiot. Like,
Yeah, you say that, but I've seen it.
yeah, well, that's he that girl. Because it's the term that, like, men talk.
When they're like, oh, I'm talking to so-and-so. Oh, I'm talking to so-and-so. Like, how are you talking to all of them? And they're all friends or acquaintances.
Men do that. And the thing is that, like, they will see it in that circumstance. You're a loose goose. So you're just here for a purpose. And that is to wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. There's no other way for me to put it.
It's real life questions that need answers. Like, when you say, like, I'm talking to this person, like, you were just talking to somebody else that, like, all are all in the same crowd, and now you're talking to somebody new. Like, do you really genuinely feel like they're not talking about you?
I think it's because just men show that they don't care. But like I said, you're here for a purpose. So if somebody says, yo, I was talking to so-and-so, and, you know, it's fire, then they're not going to have no problem with it. Men will be like, yeah, go ahead. Go on, because you're there for one purpose. You're not there for anything else.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change the fact that I sit down and I firmly, strongly believe that men talk more than women do.
Oh, I most definitely believe that.
Like, men talk, like, all the time.
Y'all pillow talk.
Pillow talk to every gal.
And then you guys will pillow talk and then come pillow talk to the same gal that you're trying to talk to.
It makes no sense.
That your friend was just talking about.
It makes no sense.
But I digress.
And then, like, you just chat, yeah,
yeah.
Like, I was, you know, like, let me just speak from experience, okay? Do you know how much people talked about me? And do you know how many of them were men? Okay, man, taking shots at me every possible way, like any opportunity that like this certain man I'm talking about had to mention something about me in any way, it'll just be like, yo, outside is blue. Yeah, Cheyenne, blah 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 blah. What? All I said was outside was blue. What are you talking about?
How badly did you hurt his feelings?
Like, did I really hurt you that bad? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is your problem? Like, it comes to a point, like, whatever I did to you, I'm not even apologizing because you're a gal. Like, you are a gal because you're still butthurt over something that happened so long ago that you are fully aware of, you fully knew, and every opportunity you get to talk about me, you go ahead and talk about me.
Like, why do you feel as a girl, man, that you should do that?
And then you go out of your way to not say hi to me, but go and say hi to the people that are around me to, like, prove what point? Do you think I want you and your little gal like mine coming near me? Like, are you kidding me? Move. I don't want you anywhere near me. That's why I tell you, I'm like, yo, when certain people come around, you come say hi, you better stiff arm them because we're not doing that over here. Like, we don't do that. Don't do that.
people who like when things are happening and like most people wouldn't like talk to you, like they would think that like, oh hey Aaliyah, and I'm looking around like whether my sister was wrong, right, half right, fully wrong, fully right. Don't look in this direction.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Like, don't do that.
Just don't do that. Just keep your eyes straight.
Because I remember in the back of my head that at one point you were talking shit and gossiping about not even just my friend. This is my blood related sister, and then you want to be like, hey, hug up. Why are we doing that?
And then when you see me on a normal day when my sister's not there, you don't come say hi to me. So what point are you trying to prove?
But because you see her face.
Like are you like it's the flexing for me.
It's weirdo behavior.
It's just weirdo behavior. Like, what are you doing? Like, just keep your energy the way it is all year round. That's why I say men are worse. Men are worse than women. I don't care what anybody says. I have more men talk about me than women did. I could talk about it now because I'm in a way better space. I'm a bigger person and it's in the past. But I see it still happen to people nowadays where it's like, you know, I'm not going to say any names clearly, but somebody post on social media that like they went to a function and somebody told them to
off themselves.
And I'm just like
what made you like think that that's what was appropriate to say?
Like, what? First of all,
like why?
Why are you even here?
Why
if
do
you
you
don't
care?
like me? And why do you care? Why do you care about my existence?
Like as soon as you see me, like why did all of a sudden you have to say something?
Like you could have just kept your head straight, close your mouth, and walk. I'm telling you,
people like what when it's not being liked, they have to make it obvious. Like why? Like I don't care. Like your comments are unnecessary.
Yo, please don't mix me, okay? Please just leave it alone. Like when I saw that, I was like, I said to the person, I'm like, yo, are you for real? And they're like, yeah, man. Outside's crazy. I'm like, nah, fam. Like, you should never feel like I don't care.
You should never fix your lips.
You should never fix your lips to say that. One and two. My life is none of your business.
Never.
It is my life.
Mind the business that pays you.
My business, my life and my business don't pay you. So don't mind me.
Okay, you're not on my payroll.
Like what? Like I just don't get it. And when I saw that, I was like, wow, you know what? Move high, you know, but on any given day, if that was me, I'd have to go low and thump that person in their face because there's no way you're going to fix your lips and say that to me.
That's dangerous, bro.
Come on, man. Like if I don't, like I upset you that much, then damn.
Not even upset. I didn't even do anything to you. It's just what you see on social media and the story that you ran with.
That you heard from somebody else. I did to myself and I chose my circumstance and you're mad because of what?
Of the decisions that I made and the choices that I made to do. Yes, people are going to have an opinion. Yes. I'm not going to act like people aren't going to have an opinion on things because we're all going to have an opinion.
But when you say that out loud, that sounds crazy.
No, it's dumb.
It sounds
because,
crazy.
Like, you fixed your lip to say something about a situation that you were not involved in that not necessarily but like that somebody put on social media. Yeah. And because you felt that because they put this little sprinkle of their life.
It's your business.
It's your business now.
It's not.
No. And
it's
that's
not.
a problem. We like to put our things out there so it gives people a little wiggle room to say what they want to say. But like I didn't really even give you that much wiggle room, so why are you even saying anything?
Let me tell you something.
I posted a picture and all of a sudden now you think that you're in a relationship with me and my man? Like that's beyond stupid. And you feel the need that you need to fix your lip and have a comment? You just want to have conversation. You want gossip folks. That's what you want. That's what you want. You want gossip folks because the gun fingers are coming out. Because I don't understand why people can't mind their business. Like I don't understand. Like, why do you care what people do? If one girl want to look like a yamed, if a man wants to look like a yamed too, let them be yamed together with mashed potato. Like what's the problem? Like I don't understand. Oh my gosh. Like, what is the problem? Am I lying, though? Tell me I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying, bro.
Yo, you see, this how you need to talk every time in the mic instead of talking so soft.
Because I get hot, brother. Sometimes I can just get hot. Because I just want to understand, like, why? Like, why do you care so much?
Yo,
I cannot stand. Like, I can't. Like, let people be what they want to be. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm a victim of talking shit and saying look a 1-2 Kiki, but I said that to my sister.
yeah, duh.
But of course-
I'll say a 1-2 to my friends. There's 2
You know what
people
I
I'll
mean?
gossip with, and that's
Yeah.
it. And that we just keep it in the DMs, and that's
that
it.
is fine.
Like-
do that.
But just don't act like you
But
don't do
act
it
like
when you know
don't
you do.
There
Like,
it is.
don't
There
do
it is.
that.
Don't
Like,
do that.
And then want to come get mad at me because I'm doing what you're doing. Like, shut up. Get out of here. You do the exact same. We all do it.
We all do it.
Let me just go look on my Instagram pictures and see how many of you guys send my pictures to next people. I see it. Anyways, listen, we all do it. And
We
it's
all do
fine.
it.
I just don't act like I'm holier than thou and I don't do it too.
Exactly.
I just do it my 1-2 friend, chuckle, and go about my business. I don't try to involve myself, insert myself,
and say my own 1-2 opinion.
Right? Or treat you a different way because of whatever.
Yeah.
Like, F off, man.
Like, I don't care. Like, yeah, I'll say my look a 1-2, but that's it. I'll leave it at that.
That is this is the exact same reason why, like, I dated my man for a year before anybody saw what he looked like. Unless you were like on my Snapchat, you saw like an earlobe. That was it. Like, you didn't see nothing. I kept that to myself.
Why should I keep posting memories from like 2 trees?
Yeah, like you'll see 5-6 years ago memory. You're like, hold on, he's been there since that long. Yeah, like yeah.
But that's also your personality too. You're just like that.
Yeah, I'm like that because I learned my lesson.
Like, even when you put your relationship and you post about your relationship, that still shouldn't stop you either. Like, other people's opinions too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, yes, there's a time and place for certain things, but also don't let that stop you from posting up your man or your Oman.
Like, why not?
Do
Just
that.
post them.
Post them. But obviously be mindful of what you're posting. And that's on that, friends. Thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
Please on tongues, but you know
the vibes. This is a ranty episode.
Yeah, we love that. We love a
love
ranty episode.
Get off my chest.
We love a little ranty episode. But we outside.
Anything
coming up for you?
No, I'm just training right now.
Mm-hmm.
Last couple Argos games coming up. The vibes. Ending off another third year.
Holy a vet.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much are.
Basically. So, just little things, just chilling.
That's good.
Birthday coming up next month. Libra season outside. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So I already know. We're just waiting for these little Virgos, these little Leos to pass through.
This girl said,
is it Virgo season? Yeah, the little Virgos to pass through. And then, the Libras are stepping out, baby. You coming.
Man.
And hopefully I'll give you guys a birthday vlog that Shana edit.
Shut up. Yo, honestly, like October, wow. Holy crap. August. It's going to be October tomorrow.
August is finished.
August just came and flew right by. Now, I have like a week left of fun and then my life starts all over again.
Yeah, guys. Miss Shantae is back in the studios.
I'm going to be back in the studio.
Back with people that picnic.
Yeah, back at the good studios.
Competition season about to come like it just wasn't here 2 days ago.
I'm excited.
And we're having an actual competition.
We're going to have competitions.
Oh my gosh, guys.
We're back in full throttle.
This is where the applause comes in and give tongues. You see why I say keep God first? All right.
The season is going to start. I'm excited. I still have still booking and gigging. I still have some stuff coming up as well. But I'm just excited for the season to start. I'm excited to get back into the studio.
So am I.
And I'm
Even
excited.
though I'm not there with you, but I'm excited to see the dances.
Right? I'm excited to put the pieces together, use my creativity, and just show people what I'm out here doing.
And show the people them what we've been hiding in
the
last 2 years.
Yeah, because I've had ideas for like 2 years, but competitions were just so blah.
But we back, baby.
Yeah, we back. So that's excited. What it is. Work, money.
Blessings
and God,
health, wealth,
and
that's on that.
All right, well, thank you for watching.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Full jai on ourselves.
Yo, what do you say?
Y'all listen to that DJ Khaled album?
Yo,
shout out to the Jamaican people.
These streets knows my name.
Come on,
Skilly.
Bye. Easy.
Are you dumb? Yo, Skilly is a funny man.